What's up, English class? I'm going to give you guys an assignment today, but I hope I'm not going to give any busy work, anything that's going to be painful or annoying. It should be pretty reasonable, and by the end of it, when you do all of these steps, you'll have something you can be proud of. You'll have a presentation. Maybe you can add this to your portfolio and show it off at some point as an example of what you can do. We're starting with the research project. You've got a topic of your choice, and you're going to present it in a way of your choice. It might be video, it might be a slideshow. I assume a lot of these are going to be a mix of different things. You might have some images and then you add voiceover narration on top of them, or you might start with a slideshow and then add things to make it a little more interesting. But in between, we're just going to start adding little bits, and by the end it'll add up to something nice. For your topic, you could go with whatever you decided last quarter, or you could change it up if you had something new in mind. And it could be current events, it could be related to the isolation or the infection that we're all worried about, or it could be something totally different if you want to get your mind off of it. But even if it's different, it'll kind of be something that you thought of because of the situation. For example, the topic I'm going to use as my example is playing cards, because one of my favorite things to do is play card games, and I'm probably not going to do that for a while. Maybe with friends and family if we get together, but definitely not with a larger group, definitely not going to a casino or card room. I mean, that's probably the worst thing I could do, is touch cards and touch chips that a million people have had their hands on and traveled, and oh man, I can't imagine anything worse. So I'm probably not going to be able to do one of my hobbies. Now, I bet, and I'm just starting on this, but I bet there's a ton you can find out. So where did the suits come from? Why is it heart and club and spade and diamond? Why do they call that thing a spade even though it doesn't really look like a spade? Why are they two colors? What the heck is a jack? You know, when I look into this, I'm going to find a lot. I happen to know a little bit already, and so I know that, first of all, this history of the deck isn't just one thing. It's not like one guy came up with it all at once. There was an initial game, and then somebody in another country changed it, and then somebody in another century changed it again, and so you have a lot of steps along the way, and that's interesting. It's related to technology, because obviously you're not going to hand make a deck of cards unless you're a king or something. It's going to be related to the printing press, which is probably the most important invention ever, and so we know at least where we're looking in time. And the suits, the face cards, I guarantee that some of that is connected to history, religion, politics. You know, there are little myths about how maybe the King of Diamonds is based on some real king, and even if those aren't true, they're still probably interesting in the way that the rumors started. If I start to look into this, I bet I'll find a ton. So today I'm going to start with a list of topics. I'm going to make a slideshow, even though my final thing isn't really going to be a slideshow. Slideshows are just great because it's basically index cards. If you rearrange them, write your notes, delete one, add one, it's just like having a big pile of index cards on your table that you can use as a sort of mental organization tool. So I'm going to start that today and add a heading to each one. It's going to say religion, politics, face cards, suits, history, printing press, and then I'll make sure that I don't forget these topics, and I'll be able to look into each one and add pictures, add links, add info as we go. So that's your assignment for today, is to start. Could be a slideshow. If you have some other method of organization, go with that. To start listing all of the little subtopics, all of the things you're going to look into, all of the things that you know, you want to know, you're you're curious about, you don't know if it's involved, and go from there. See you guys.